Good evening, everyone. I'm Vaishnavi Vaiti from Kirin Advisors. Welcome to the virtual investor meet for rights issue of NHC Foods Limited. Today, we will provide a brief overview of the company and its innovative business model. NHC Foods NHC has been a trusted name in industry since 1960 and is a three-star merchant export house and a leading exporter of premium agriculture commodities and spices, reno- renowned globally for its expertise in merchant export of spices, food grains, oil seeds, pulses, and dry fruits. NHC proudly serves over 30 countries and its signature brands such as Indibite, Eat More, and Size. With a strong focus on technology upgrades, process improvements, and market diversification, NHC is strategically expanding its footprint both in India and new international markets to further strengthen its operation and drive in profitability. From management team, we have Mr. Apar Shah, whole-time director. Good evening, sir. Welcome. Mr. Shrikant Ghadge, accounts head. Apar sir, you are on mute. Good evening, Shrikant sir. Welcome.
Good evening.
Now I hand over to Apar sir to give a short intro about the company and its future plans. Thank you. Over to you, sir. Apar sir, you are on mute.
Hi, thank you, Vaishnavi. And also, I would like to welcome all my shareholders. Thank you for taking out the time and making the effort to look at the presentation.
So can we start
Can you,
with the presentation?
can you are you sharing the presentation, Vaishnavi?
Yes, sir.
My dear shareholders, welcome all. Currently, as you know, NHC Food Limited is a three-generation old family business founded in 1960 by my late grandfather, Sri Himmat Lal Shah, and currently run and headed by my father, Sri Apurva Shah. So, NHC Food Limited were merchant exporters of agri commodities like spices, food grains, oilseeds, pulses, and dry fruits. Currently, our footfall and our presence of our commodities is in 30 plus countries under our flagship brand NHC, IndieBite, Eat More and SARS. Also, we are a three-star export house with certifications of ISO, GMP, FDA, Halal, and kosher. Uh, Currently, we cumulative have an experience in the management of 85 plus years. Also, currently, we are in the stage of developing new product line, new diversification, and also currently we have a team of very well established, experienced individuals. Currently, we're at H1 F5 revenue at around almost 140 crores with PAT of 405.97. Next slide, Vaishnavi. So, as you know, India is a very big market in an agricultural economy specializing in agri commodity than spices. So, India is currently the biggest and the biggest volume exporter in spices. Currently, India, as you know, is exporting to 159 countries around the world, like China, USA, Bangladesh, and UAE, accounting to almost 70% for exports. Our biggest market in spices is currently China, which is importing around almost $725 million, USA, followed by Bangladesh and many other countries as well. Chile is one of the biggest contributors and the biggest product in terms of volume, which is bought. After chili, there is also fenugreek, curry leaves, fennel, and also mint leaves. Currently, as you can see, we're exporting to 30 plus countries, and year on year, we're trying to grow and get a presence more in many more countries. Hope to close around 50 new countries. Hope to close around 15 new countries by end of this year. So next slide. So this is a three-star export certification certificate. So this is given by the government to us as an acknowledgement, as an achievement for us as an exporter to achieve a certain revenue. This is a very well established and a very well recognized certificate in the international markets. Because of this, we get many new buyers, new customers. It holds a very high value, credible certificate in the overseas market for us to attract even new customers, to sort of build stronger relationship with our existing customers as well. We also have kosher certificate, halal certificate, GMP, ISO. So the certificate holds very big value when it comes to exporting agri commodities. This indicates that all our SOPs are in order, hygiene practices are in order, our manufacturing practices are in order, and because of that, these practices sets us apart from the competitors. So these certificates are really hard to get after going through thorough audits, third-party audits, third-party inspections. We, with God's grace, we've gotten the certificates. Next slide, Vaishnavi. So these are few of our product range that we currently deal in. We deal in chili, turmeric as a whole spices. In ground spices, we deal in chili powder, turmeric powder. We deal in also oil seeds like sesame seeds, mustard seeds, groundnuts. We're doing a lot of grains as well. When I talk about grains, I talk about rice. Currently, we're also expanding a horizon in millets. As you know, the entire global, the world superfood, the trend is growing year on year. So getting a footfall in superfoods like green millets, red millets, and so on. We've also expanded a horizon in raisins, pulses, and also dehydrated products. So currently, we're exporting under three signature brands that we hold. Number one being Indibite, number two Eat More, and number three SARS. So SARS consists of whole and ground spices. Eat More consists of ready-to-eat products that are currently already developed and developing few more products in our pipeline. And Indibite consists of primarily raisins and dry fruits. Next slide, Vaishnavi. These are some financials which you can have a look at. So currently, we hold a very unique B2B model. Currently, our customers consist of multinational companies who use our own spices in their own production line, or we are also having distributors globally who therefore supply our products in the supply chain further on. Like I said, we quality assurance is number one priority for us because we hold 10 plus quality food certifications that definitely sets us apart compared to our competitors. uh, we have a very long-standing relationship with customers. Little example I would like to give you. So we're currently still working with a customer that my grandfather sort of founded. Converted in 1960. Their third generation has come in business, and I'm also the third generation. Yet we're working with each other. So for us, long-standing customer relation is our topmost priority. We've also diversified a portfolio, like I said, in pulses, in superfoods, in grains. I mean, it's upcoming. We're also doing organic spices. With the right issue, we are getting into ready-to-eat products, ready-to-cook products, something that we are currently working on, and probably by next year you'll see that in the market as well. We have a very well experienced management team. Currently, my father holds an experience of 35 to 40 years of experience in the agri commodity market. I myself have been in the business for almost 10 years. We have wonderful team on board, like Mr. Satyam Joshi, who also holds very well established background in agri commodity sector and the capital markets in the last 15 20 years. So collectively, as a team, as a management, we're very strong, we're growing, and we kind of have the best support for each other. And definitely effective branding and packaging as well is what we're focusing on currently. Like I said, we're in the stage of developing new products, ready to eat products, ready to cook products, seasoning products, which will primarily cater to the Gen Z and millennial market. So that is something we're currently working on, and like I said, we hope to have that on the shelf by next year first quarter. Yeah. So next slide, Vaishnavi. As you can see, these are the few financials currently we are having on screen. As you can see, so far as on date, we've crossed our cumulative PAT of entire last year. So this 2 quarters has been fantastic for us in terms of growth in top line, in terms of growth in bottom line. We've changed our business strategies. We've implemented many new strategies will definitely have impacted our books, as you can see on the slide below. These are again the few financials for your reference. So basically, the main object of the right issue is basically to sort of get the benefit of that capital in terms of working capital requirement, which will help us in future growth, in future expansion, and in the strategies and the implementations that we've planned in the coming months. Also, certain part of right issue capital will go in repaying of secured loans, which definitely will create a positive impact in the bottom line. So, moreover, the right issue is primarily used for our current working capital requirements, for our future expansion and growth planning, and as well as repayment of our secured loans. Coming back to the same points, what I said earlier, definitely we have a strong revenue growth. We're growing year on year by 15 to 20% CAGR. As you know, the entire world population is increasing, hence the consumption for Indian spice is increasing. Our profitability has improved this year. We have many new experienced management people on the team as well in our board, as well as in the marketing sales team. So overall, we're looking at a very holistic picture. We're very positive, very optimistic with what we will deliver in the coming months. Also, we have a global market expertise. We've been in the export business for almost 60 plus years. We're knowing what every continent is eating, what every country demands for, and trying to get a footfall and a brand presence in the maximum countries which we can. Also, like I said, we are diversifying the product range from going to traditional Indian spices to going to international flavors and spices that will cater primarily to the Gen Z and the younger generation. As you know, the younger generation's taste palettes are changing very fast. To stay with the change, to adapt to the change, we are in the phase of developing few very unique and very innovative spice blends and spice products.
Thank you,
Lastly,
Akash.
the,
Yes.
the investors, lastly, on behalf of the entire management at NHC Foods, I extend my deepest gratitude to all of you, your trust and support in our journey towards growth and transformation. As you know, closing price as on 3rd December was 3.21 rupees. But while right issue is being at 1 rupees, which highlights our commitment to providing our existing shareholders an opportunity to participate in the company's value creation at attractive prices. As informed earlier, with our H1 FY25 PAT increasing to 4.05 crores, which already surpasses the full year's PAT of 2.35 crores in FY24. This reflects our focus on improving efficiency and driving growth. I mean, while H1 FY25 revenue stands at 140.67 crores compared to 211.30 crores in the entire FY24. So this is a transitional phase where prioritizing strengthening our margins and operational framework to deliver better long-term results. Also, I think we believe these milestones are just the beginning of what we aim to achieve. Your confidence in us drives our ambition to create a robust, sustainable, and a profitable future for NHC Foods. And also, thank you once again for your invaluable support. And together, we can achieve greater success in the times ahead. Thank you, shareholders.
Thank you, Parsa. Now we will start with the question and answer session. I request all the participants to post their questions in comment box. Thank you. So, first question is from Devesh Purohit. What is planned spend on branding?
Thank you, Deveshji, for being a part of this presentation. So, the planned spend on branding should be around 8 to 10% of the right issue capital that we're currently raising.
Next question.
Also,
Yes, sir, please continue.
Sorry, coming back to Mr. Devesh's question, the reason why we're not spending heavily on branding is like we already have a very fixed supply chain in the market. We've been exporting for the last 60 years. So we already have many customers on board, our old customers who are very much ready and willing to incorporate our new products, new line of products, new line of developments in the shelf. So we have a much added advantage compared to another company who's fairly new in the market because we have that experience and that footfall in the market since the last 60 years, that presence in the market for the last 60 years. For us, in terms of marketing and sales, I think the effort needed will be much far less compared to a company starting off from scratch. So I think this is what Devesh Purohit was asking.
Okay. Next question. Arav Banerjee, what company plans to bring it to table for investors?
My dear shareholders, investors, like with your support, with the capital incorporated within the company, we definitely wish to grow far more, far faster, far better than where we are currently. We have many things planned in the pipeline. Like I said earlier, ready to eat products, ready to cook, other products and innovations that are currently under a portfolio. So definitely we are growing in terms of top line, in terms of bottom line, with also that additional right issue capital. We will be paying back much of our secured line of credit with bank, which eventually will see a good profitability in the bottom line. So moreover, I think it's going to be a very positive outlook and a positive impact for our shareholders and our current investors.
Next question. Vimal Gandhi, are you also looking at inorganic growth? If yes, any acquisition on the card?
Currently, we don't have any acquisitions planned in the foreseeable future as of now. Like I said, we have already have a very good footfall in the overseas market where we've been exporting already to 30 plus countries, which makes it much easier for us to launch a brand compared to a new company starting from scratch. So definitely, I think we're looking at organic growth through our existing line of supply chain, through our existing customers, and as well as targeting new customers on board.
Okay. Next question. Neeraj Apte, what are growth drivers for H1 financial year 25? Impressive performance.
Thank you, Neeraj, for your question. So last year we exhibited in many international trade fairs, two trade fairs in Dubai. It's called Gulf Food, is the biggest food and beverage exhibition that happens in the world. The third exhibition that happens was in Anuga, that happens in Germany, and the fourth exhibition was in Morocco, which is called SEMA. So these four exhibitions definitely increased our footfall in the overseas market. Not only we strengthened our ties with our existing customers, we grew volume with our existing customers. Also, we got many new clientele on board. Hence, we are seeing the result in this financial year. We are seeing this turnout in this financial year because we spent, also we did heavy sales, heavy marketing, and all those results I think we're cumulatively seeing in this financial year.
Okay. Next question. Dia Patel, what are planned technology upgrades in coming time to improve process while maintaining the quality?
So currently, we have a manufacturing facility in Vapi. We are a state of the art manufacturing facility that we operate out of for spices. We have few plans of incorporating more other lines of production. Very well advanced technology will not only sort of reduce our production time, but also make it a very efficient way in terms of producing spices at a cost efficient way. With the help of that advanced technology, we could be able to cater larger volumes at a shorter time. So eventually, these advanced machineries, technologies will definitely help us to grow at a faster pace at a lower cost in the foreseeable months.
Next question. Jay Bakshi, we being three-star export house, how this certification has helped us increase new overseas client?
Three-star export house, like I said, is a very well-recognized certificate body given by the government to an exporter after you reach a certain revenue. So as you know, the star is like a grading system: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. It's like how you graded in school: A plus, B, C. So of course, as an exporter, we have that goal to go from 3 star to 4 star and eventually 4 star to 5 star. And while exhibiting in foreign exhibitions, we very positively and very happily put this out on our panels as recognized 3 star export house. So when any customer reads a government recognized 3 star export house and it is recognized by the government, a customer gets more comfortable in dealing with you. And definitely our target is eventually to reach that 4 star, 5 star, and eventually a 6 star export house in the foreseeable future.
Next question. Ajay Gupta, what is the domestic and export contribution?
Currently, our export contribution is around 80%, and 20% is a domestic contribution.
Next question. Anandi Mittal, how many new clients have been added to the company?
As on today, we're dealing with around 135 customers, and this year we added around 20. As of today, we have added 25 new customers, and we have other exhibitions again lined up in January and February. And I think before end of this year, we hope to add on 15, 20 more customers on the portfolio.
Next question. Sanvi Rathod, what would be promoters' contribution post right issue?
I think the promoters are the main driving factor in this right issue because the promoter holds the most valuable, immense value in agri commodities. Like I said, my father has an experience of 35 to 40 years in the agri commodity market in terms of purchasing, procurement, quality assurance, quality analysis. He is the foundation and backbone of the company as well as me. Whereas I am the one who's in the business development side, dealing with customers. I am the one who's knocking on doors, trying to get orders. So collectively, my father, me, and the new individuals, the new experienced directors who've come on board will definitely, I think, contribute the most post the right issue is because I think we need to sort of collectively get that experience to succeed in the foreseeable future.
Next question. Ankit Sarodia, what is our B2B and B2C contribution to revenues?
So currently, NHC Foods Limited is primarily a B2B company. Our customers are importers who consume our own products in the production line. They might be sauce companies or seasoning companies, and other companies are distributors who then distribute our products into smaller buyers or smaller customers in their overseas market. So currently, I would say 95 to 98% of our contribution is into B2B segment. But with the right issue capital, currently we are trying to expand in the B2C segment as well. What I said earlier with the ready to eat products, ready to cook products, the new types of international seasonings that will cater primarily to the Gen Z and the millennial younger crowd.
Okay. Next question. Navya Bhatnagar, who are our major clients in domestic as well as export market in B2B segment?
Currently, our major clients in the domestic market are again uh, distributors or wholesalers who buy commodities from us in bulk volumes. We're also dealing with few companies, few small, middle-size spice companies who then use our spices and then make their own blends or seasoning. Also, in export market, we are dealing with international customers as well. We're dealing with customers like Unilever. We're dealing with customers like who are on the same level of say Everest or a Badsha of a Kuwait. So currently, our main customers in the B2B segment are, I would say, primarily distributors and manufacturers who consume our products in their own supply chain or a manufacturing process.
Next question. Shantanu, How is our payment cycle working capital in days?
So currently, a working capital cycle is around 55 to 60 days.
Okay. Next question. Abhilasha Pradam, you are exporting to 30 countries, which are major contributor to the revenues.
So currently, the biggest contributor to our revenue is the Middle East. When I talk about Middle East, I'm talking about Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, Saudi Arabia, the GCC countries. The GCC countries are the biggest contributors to the revenue for export. Also, we're doing good volumes in North Africa, like Tangier, like Morocco, Tunisia. Also, we have a very good presence in South Africa. Apart from South Africa, we are doing very good volumes of, say, grains like rice in the Far East market. When I talk about Far East, I talk about Vietnam, Singapore, China, and also USA and Canada is also a very big factor and contributor to our revenue. As you know, USA has a big Asian population and is growing year on year. So USA and Canada is one of the biggest contributors in our current portfolio.
Okay. Next question. Dhvani Ahuja, is H2 normally heavy for the company? What is guidance for H2 financial year 25 for the revenues and profits?
So H2 is, I would say, not relatively heavy, but the guidance for, I think, H2 FY25 and FY25 revenue and profit, I think it's going to be in the same line as where what it was in the H1. Primarily to that, overall the commodity this year segment has been very good. The crop outlook has been very good. The price parity also has been very good for purchasing. Also, the consumer power to purchase the products is also very good. When a commodity goes very high, the affordability becomes very less. But due to positive factors, agricultural factors, the price range of more or less all the commodities are very stable this year. So I think we see the same growth cycle that we we're seeing earlier in terms of revenue and profit.
Next question. Inaya Shetty, EBITDA improved to 5%. What is the outlook going forward?
So the outlook, like I said, is to maintain the more or less same level or make the beta at a better level. Primarily to do, like I said, with the crop outlook is looking very good this year. The price trend of all the commodities are very stable, very lucrative. Also looking forward, overall as in commodity cycle, uh, everything is looking very positive. The rain this year in June, July, August was very good. As you know, the entire Indian economy depends on the rainfall, and with God's grace, the rainfall was very good this year. Eventually, will contribute, I think, to good pricing and good revenues down the line.
Next question. Vihan Bhandari, with second generation in the business, what new strategies are drawn to enhance the growth going forward?
Vehanji, I think I'm the third generation. Second generation was my father. So, I mean, coming to the third generation, we've implemented many new things, incorporated many new changes in our systems, in the processes. We've digitized our entire model, our entire systems, SOPs. We are very digitally sound as well. We've implemented new ERPs. We've implemented business intelligence softwares to give us a portfolio revenue breakup, to do sales analysis, sales statistics. Also, with the new generation on board, with the new young team on board, we've been very aggressive in exhibiting in foreign exhibitions. We've been physically visiting a lot in the overseas market. Me personally, I've been traveling a lot for new clientele, for new business. I think eventually that young blood, that young generation is one of the big driving forces and contributors to the revenue. Having said that, of course, at the backbone, the backbone of the company is my father, with his support, with his knowledge of 35, 40 years in the industry, has really helped me to go out there to sell the products at the right price and at the right quality.
Next question. Sai Arora, Are promoters planning to invest in the company post right issues as their stake has drastically fallen to give in confidence to the investor?
So post right issue, as of now, we don't see self investing within the company because as promoters, we sort of have I think a limited capital available, but definitely we in foreseeable in the future when the time is right, we plan to make those strategic investments in the coming future, but as of now, not at the moment.
Okay. Next question. Raj Gandhi. What is the planned debt repayment with right issue funds?
Around 15 crores will go in repaying back our existing bankers.
Next question. Rahul Jain. What confidence you would like to give it to your investors when promoter stake is in the company?
Uh, I mean, all my investors, we've been in the business for 60 plus years. I've seen my dad, my father put his blood and sweat in the business, and seen my grandfather do that as well. As I'm in the same line. We breathe spices, we eat spices, we hear spices. This is what we love. This is what we do, and this is what I see myself doing for the next 50 years as well. And especially coming to the food business, I think it's a growing sector, especially having the young generations. I understand the younger generation's taste palettes. I know what they want, I know what they require, so I definitely want to capitalize on that and make the most of it. And be rest assured investors that my sole focus is to take this company to new heights.
Next question. Ishita Ahuja. With right issue funding, what growth we can see over the period of next 2 to 3 years?
2 to 3 years are very important for us with the right issue raised. Like I said, our export business is growing. It's very stable and it's growing 15 to 20% year on year, which we eventually want to grow at a better sort of a rate as well. Coming to my point, also coming to a domestic B2C channel, we are in the implementation, we are in the research and development phase of, like I said, ready to eat products, ready to cook products. So 2 3 years down the line, definitely we're going to be heavily invested as ourselves in within the company in promoting, in branding, in sales, in marketing. We want to definitely put out the products there to our existing supply chain as well as get new products, new brands, new importers, new distributors on board. So coming the 2 to 3 year growth is definitely going to be a very sort of a good time for us, and with the capital required, I think that is sufficient for us to sort of uh, plan and sort of finalize whatever we plan for.
Next question. Next question, please. Ashok Shah. Last 25 years, why company was unable to pay any dividend in spite of company making good profit?
Very rightly questioned, Ashokji. As you know, we're fairly still a small company. Our bottom line, even though it's positive, it's not a very big chunk. So most of that goes in uh, back. Most of that portion goes back to the company for growth perspective, for additional capital perspective, for working capital requirements. But like I said, with the right issue, with having the right team on board, with having the right directors and people on board, we will definitely prioritize our shareholders, our investors to the number one priority, because we've planned so many couple of things in the next coming months. And once we get a good result, we definitely want to share that good result with our existing shareholders and investors in the coming future.
Yes. Next question. Yash Mistry. Any product diversification on the card?
Yes, like I said before, we are in the research and development phase of ready to eat product, ready to cook products. international seasonings that will primarily be catering to the younger generation. Again, we are not going to go to the mass market because that market has quite been out there for a long time. So hope to see a very unique blend of spices, a unique flavor of spices in the foreseeable next quarter. In export also, yes, we've diversified into organic spices. We've diversified into superfoods, what we call today's generation calls superfoods like green millets, red millets, healthy products. So we're capitalizing on that. I mean, India has been eating that for thousands of years, but with the right branding and with the right framework, we've really expanded our footfall with these products in many countries since the last 12 to 18 months.
Okay. Next question. Priyanka Thakur, wishing you all the best for the IPO. Kartik Reddy, all the best for the IPO. Priyanka Thakur, thank you for this meet. I guess we have covered majority of questions. Thank you everyone for joining this meet. Thank you Apar sir and thank you Shrikant sir. All the best for the IPO. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaishnavi, and I'd like to thank all my shareholders for being present and taking out the time to take a look at the presentation as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.